It's Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. I had a fantastic weekend. We did a beach day. My sister actually came down. She still lives in Arkansas, so she came down. And we did a beach day on Saturday with her. And then yesterday we kind of just hung out and relaxed. We were very blessed that the tropical storm that was out in the Atlantic kind of fizzled off. Had some pretty powerful wind and a bit of rain, but it wasn't as bad as what they originally thought. So I know it's bringing some more rain behind it today. Some storms should be kind of finishing out, but we got really lucky with that one. So all is good in Florida today. I am on my way to work. We start with our faculty meetings this morning. We get to do some training. I'm just excited, even though it'll be on camera. I'm just excited to see everybody. You know, when we started our distance learning, it was just such a shock to all of a sudden all these people that you got to see every day and all these wonderful faces and your school family, and then now you're not around them. And so even though we had a few meetings in April and May that were virtual, it'll be nice to see everybody again after the summer. Although it feels sort of weird that summer is over, because it doesn't really feel like we had a summer. You know, usually when you get out of school at the end of May and then you start your summer, it's, you know, it's such a relief, such a, you know, great feeling. But it just felt like, you know, it still all continued. It was so weird. So I'm ready to get back into the swing of things. I'm ready to start our meeting. I'm ready to get some information about what's going on. Hopefully we'll find out more about schedules, about student placement, and you know, kind of get some guidance today. So I guess we'll see. But other than that, I'm planning on getting I have one crate seat that I can get finished today. Sorry, hold on. So I have one crate seat that I can get finished today, and then I have to wait for my husband to finish cutting the boards on the other two, which we were going to get done this weekend, but with my sister coming in town, that just didn't happen. So yeah, I'm going to get those crate seats done today. I'm going to finish not finish my sound wall. I'm going to start my sound wall. What else? Hopefully get some planning done. We have a team meeting this afternoon, because I imagine for most of us, this is like the first official week back. We started officially Friday with some trainings, but I know this is the time of year that most teachers officially start back. Leave me a comment below of when you officially start. Today we have our first faculty meeting and training, and like the welcome back and everything, which I love. That's like one of my favorite things. So I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody. Even though it'll be virtually on camera, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I've missed seeing all my school family, so that'll be great. I'm gonna go in, get signed in, and I will meet you back in the classroom. Okay guys, so I'm in my classroom. I wanted to show you my new mask. I kind of have a little obsession with these, I think, but isn't this cute? I thought this was cute. And then it has a place for a filter, which I haven't got any filters yet, but it has a place for a filter in it. It's super cute. It says, Teach, Love, Inspire. I will try to link where I got this mask down below for those of you that want that one as well. It's super soft, very comfortable, probably one of the most comfortable masks that I have. So it's a good one. So I'm in my room. We have our meeting starting at 9:30, and it's going to go until 12:30, I think, 12, something like that. So I'm going to get some things put away and organized. Some of my focus, or my calendar, let me show you. Some of my calendar stuff fell down over the weekend. If you can see that. So I'll have to get my hot glue gun out the border fell down, and I don't know why my focus wall sign keeps falling down. It's a little fussy, but I can fix that border really quickly. So I don't know why that keeps falling down. Maybe I need to put something else in it to hold it up, but I'll fix that, and I'll fix the border. So I'm going to put you down. I'm just going to come over here and plug in here's my doorbell. I have a class doorbell. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's there. So I'm going to fix that real quick. I'm going to put you down, fix that. I'm actually going to, while that's warming up, I'm going to do one of my other crate seats, and I will show you that. So let me put you down, and I will show you the. Okay, so if you've never made crate seats, super easy. I just had my husband take the crate with him to Home Depot, and they cut wood to fit exactly in the top of the crate seat, but to give me a little bit of extra space for my students to pull the piece up and to wrap it with fabric. A couple years ago when I did these, I used just some batting from the fabric store, but this year I'm going to add to that batting this little mattress pad, because it gives them a little bit extra cushion, and I'm going to cut it just a little bit short of the other one. But if the students are sitting on it all day long, you want that to be as much cushion as possible, and the mattress pad by itself didn't seem to be enough, but this way they'll have, that's a nice thick cushion there, so hopefully that'll be enough if they use them. Ooh. So then I just put those down, and I go ahead and give it a quick staple just to get it on there. And I found this fabric at Joann's that was Sharky. That's super cute. Just put that on there and pull it tight, and easy peasy, just like wrapping a present. I'll do the sides first. Staple. Staple. And fold those in. Boom, boom, boom. Fold those in. Tuck a little bit. You may have to tuck in your edges a little bit. Pull it. There we go. This is normal. So there it is normally. And I'm going to shower with the plastic, wrap it down. Some of you guys a great from Wi-Fi idea. And one thing actually had a fabric that's great to find. So final, I just cut a little bit wider, but wide. Yeah. Pause. I guess that was just the bell. I forgot what the bell sounded like. What time is it? Yeah, that's the bell. We don't start school here until 8:40. So that's the bell. I came from a school where we were in class starting at 7:30 in the morning in Arkansas, and when we moved down here, especially my daughter, who was in middle school, and she didn't have to be at school until 9. She thought it was the best thing in the world. We didn't have to be at school that early, and I have to say, I think it's the best thing in the world too. I really enjoy my children being able to eat breakfast at home. It's great. So yeah, there we go. And now it's covered in plastic, and actually it's kind of a rough cut. I probably should fix that. because it's showing up on the bottom. Let me fix that real quick. I don't want that to show, so I'm going to fix that and put it down here so it doesn't show up. There we go. That's much better. Put it in the seat. Now you can use it to put stuff in, and the students can sit on it, and you can wipe it off. So, yay. There it is. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the two that I have done so far. Like I said, I have the stuff for the other ones, just don't have the boards cut. So that's a project that will hopefully get done. There we go. And if I ever switch this fabric out, I'm going to go for some brighter fabric. Just because this one's gotten dingy, even though it was washed, it still seems a little dingy to me. But for this year, I think it works. Anybody else order from Amazon daily? So I got another Amazon box in. This time it had my carpet spots and my little Sharky likes. I just thought I'd show you what has been coming in the mail, what I've been ordering. I tried to create an Amazon like store type thing, but I can't create one yet, so I'm going to create a wish list and I'll share it with you guys. I'll begin working on that this week. But I thought these would be cute, either right there on that or up around that, my calendar. They're just little Sharky lights. Aren't they cute? I may have to order another one. Okay, so I got one out. Ooh. Ouch. Wow. They're strong. And I imagine it with students standing on them. I got these because, and I was going to get the ones with the numbers already written on them, but I'm going to probably create a line for exiting and entering the classroom with these and just put their number on them so they just go to their spot. And then the reason why I got these instead of the sit spots was because number one, they were cheaper. Number two, it was a bigger pack for cheaper. So I wanted to use them for around the room if I have a student that picks sitting around the room for their seat that week. Oh, and I was going to show you how I do that. So in the past, once they get used to it, we don't do this system. But in the past, sorry, I have this little set. So they would pick the seat. So I have these choices on the board up by our calendar. So regular desk, and we go through the, like all of these options, which we won't have the couch this year, we won't have the bath mats, scoop seat, we won't have disc seats, we have one stability, and I'm going to try to get some stability balls, so I'm going to put that to the side, the yoga balls. IKEA stools, which I don't think we'll be using. I think I'll keep those at my table this time. Carpet seats will be just sitting around the room, spread apart, and then crate seats, and then we won't have the low table. So they would pick, I don't think I have my little chart in here. They would pick their seat for the week and by moving their number. So those are our I Can posters, but I'll link this kit from below. I can't remember who this is. Here, hold on. Just a Primary Girl. So I'll link this kit below. But it's great. It has little books that go with it and all sorts of stuff. But I just, like in that little spot there on my board, where I don't have much right now, I just kind of put this little green thing up. I had little bitty pictures before of each of the seats, and then they would move a magnet over to that seat. This year I'll probably do it on here just so it's a little bit easier, and since we're choosing it for a week. So they would be like 8 options of seats, and then they would just move their little magnetic number to that option, and that would be their seat. So I'll link that kit. I'll link that product from TBT in the description for you. And then I forgot to link the 2 blogs that I was talking about in my last video from the conference, from the picture books, Perspective through Picture Books conference, and so I will link those as well. I think it's Education with an Apron and Read Like a Rock Star are the 2 blogs, but I will link those in the description as well. That was my mistake. I just had so much in that description box, I forgot completely to link those. So thank you for the person that reminded me. So this morning, I'm going to start printing my sound wall stuff because I remembered to bring paper. I'm going to start, I've already got this printed, and I'm going to start with this section here, the short vowels. Now, if you've been through like letters training or the science of reading, this is not, it's similar, but it's not exact. My plan was, and what I've done before, is to separate it out a little bit differently, not just by long vowels, short vowels, to talk about, and we do talk about like how some of the sounds are nasal sounds, some of the sounds have a stop, some of them are continuous, and we look at the shape of our mouth and what it looks like when we make that sound. And so as we're learning each new spelling pattern, let's say we're learning CK, then we'll talk about that sound and what that means. As we're learning sight words, like sight words that end in an E, like a VE. I didn't know this until last year when I went through part of that training. I only got to do part of it. I did a whole bunch of the training in Arkansas, but then they sent us back through it here in the state, but then COVID happened, so we didn't get to finish it. But I didn't know that all words in the English language cannot end in a V. That's why the E is there. So the rule of E at the end makes the vowel say its long sound that's not E's only job. So I didn't know all that. I learned so much for going through the letters training. If you have an opportunity to go through letters training, you should definitely do it. I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. It like parallels the work that Orton Gillingham does, and like students with dyslexia, which basically is like the best teaching for all of our students, especially in kindergarten and first grade. So while we didn't get to finish it, I'm hoping to get to pick up a few more lessons and continue to learn from letters, because it's just the science of reading. It's how our brain works and how children's brains work. So it's fantastic. That's why I have a sound wall. I started a sound wall 7 years ago, something like that. Let's see, my son is 8, and I started it before he was born, but then I took a year off with him. So, 7, 8 years ago, something around there. But I didn't do it to the extent that I want to do it. My goal, what I want to do, my sound wall would take up an entire wall in my classroom. So hopefully next year, if I'm still in this room. Okay, so sorry about that. My camera battery just cut off, and now my camera won't work at all. So, Apparently I need to bring some more batteries for it. But what I was saying was I want my sound wall to cover the whole wall. But for now, this is what I'm gonna work on, is this one. And I'm just gonna start printing little bits at a time. Since we're not here for a couple more weeks, I'm just gonna try to get a little bit done at a time. That way it's not, you know, too much all at once, because it's like 250 pages. So I want to get it done just a couple days at a time, and then I can get it put up. So that'll be a slow transformation to get all of that put up. But basically what I do with my students on any of my sound walls that I've had before is, as we're learning a new pattern, I'll uncover that on the sound wall. So most of this wall will be covered up, or I won't even have it up yet. I haven't decided how this year's going to work. But as we're learning a new pattern, I will uncover it. We'll talk about that pattern. We'll look at the shape our mouth makes when we say those sounds. We go pretty in depth as to what it looks like, how it feels in our mouth, and then we have some cards that we spend a long time where we review all of the sounds that we've learned. But as we're learning like words, so let's say that this wall is full of sounds, but at the end of the year, long vowel, digraphs, bossy R, all those things. So let's say it's full. As we're learning words, I'll like point out, hey guys, look, this word, and I'll have it on a note card. This word fits which pattern, which sound, where would I put it? Because word walls are great, but for words that like, so let's say it starts with like the word city, which city is not a word on the word wall, but I think it's one of our sight words, weirdly enough. But all of the words that start with TH, but they don't make the T sound. So if a student is trying to figure out where to find a word like there, or she, that's not going to be on the word wall. So that's why I have both. I have both the word wall. I see the value of the word wall. I've always loved my word wall. I make it a little bit smaller than I used to, and we talk a lot about sight words and as we're learning sight words. But I like having a sound wall to counterbalance a lot of that, because it's just the way the brain works. It's just all about how students learn. Sorry, I'm having to use my phone now since my battery died. So I have these cards that have just one letter on it, and these actually came with our reading series. But as we're learning various sounds, I'll try to show you. As we're learning various sounds, I will put these cards up and we'll talk about, like, I'll just go through real fast and we'll say the sounds of them. And then we'll build really weird words. That's a bad example for the middle letter, but like if it was just an A or U. So we'll build words, of, bov, and go through it like that. It's a lot like what I think foundations looks like from the videos that I've seen during my letters training. There's a lot of similarity to letters and foundations and Orton Gillingham. They all have a lot in common from what I can tell. But the school district that I'm at right now has some different programs, so I try to fill in the gaps with the science of reading training that I've been through. And my phonics whole block is pretty long. It's one of my favorite times of the day, so next to guided reading, and I do a lot of this in guided reading as well, so, or small groups I should say. But yeah, so that's kind of why I'm building the sound wall. I'm going to start working on printing these now that I have paper. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. So, you know, I told you I have all these books, and I'm trying to get them all like organized and tagged and everything. And I made myself a little stamp. Look, isn't he cute? It says Mrs. Crisafulli. I know it's kind of hard to read. I probably should have just put like Mrs. C or something on there, or just put Crisafulli. And maybe I'll order another one and just put Crisafulli, but it's just a kid stamp. I actually got this off Zulily for like $9, custom made, $9. So I may order another one that just says Crisafulli on it, because it's kind of hard to see. But I just stamp my book, the inner cover of the book, and it's got my name on it so that if we do get to take books home, which that'll be a long time before they do, or if another teacher borrows my book, there's my shark stamp. I thought he was cute. So I don't know if I could find this, but I'll try to link this website if I can find them. I don't know, because even the box doesn't say anything. So that's the box. So it's just a custom stamp. It's so cute. But it came in the mail the other day, and I was so excited. It's like one of my favorite new things. So, oh, thank you guys for helping me find the working mats. I will definitely link those below if you're interested and you missed that, but 2 of you guys found them on Kim Adsit on her website, kindergals.net, and her TPT store, in a completely random post from several years ago. It's probably why I didn't find them. And even though I would like do a search for working mats or things like, it just never popped up, or it popped up so many different options, and I just didn't have the time to sit there. So I am so thankful. I cannot wait. I have already purchased them. They were $15 on TPT. I will definitely link those again. I am going to print them off again in the exact same colors, and I'm going to be working on folders this week. I have to go to Walmart to get the folders, but I am so excited. So now my students will have their own set of working mats that they can keep with them at their table or at their desk, that if we're needing them for whatever reason, they can just flip in their folder to that working mat. I am so excited. So thank you for finding those and commenting and where they were, because that is I am so excited. I'm so excited to get those printed. So I will definitely link those again. It is 9 o'clock. Our meeting starts in 30 minutes. So I'm going to set you down, and I'm going to start printing my sound wall. Okay, so I put my Sharky lights up there. I think I'm going to order another set of them to finish going off the top, but I like them up there. I usually put lights like that I have. Like I have some pumpkin ones, and I usually drape them in front of that. But I kind of like them up there. Or I may order, there are like rope lights that I can change color and create moods with. I may order those and put those up there. Let me see if it looks better with the lights off. So I know it's a little dark, but I may order the rope lights. I might order like 2 sets of them for around both boards and then put those somewhere else, but that's what they look like. They're cute. Isn't he cute? So I think I like them, but I'll let you know if I order the rope lights. I think I like them though. So we have been in our meeting. We're just taking a break right now. We've been in our meeting and my brain is hurting. I'm trying to think of all the things to do, but my brain, oh, let me show you, where is it? So while I was listening to my meeting, that kit that I bought from Kindergals had this in it with just the grid. And so I'm going to, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this open. Oh. I'm going to give my students a file folder. They'll have that on the front. This way, if they are able to move around the room, they have their file folders, if you can see that. So they'd have A, B, all the way up through N on the top. That's not it. This one. Like that. And then that, and then as we learn sight words, this will travel with them. They'll write them on here, and they're going to write them in those little books, just for like flashcard purposes in the little books. But this way, they use this for writing. I just thought that was a good idea. I've done something like this before with folders, like their writing folder that they have. But since I don't really know what it's all going to look like, I just thought I'd go ahead and get that done so that we could start with our word wall words. And if you haven't joined Heidi Song's website, so she does, all of her CDs are on a website called Uscreen. You do have to purchase a monthly subscription. You do get 30 days free, and it's a sorry, I thought somebody was coming in. It's a monthly fee. I think it's like $7 a month, but to me, it's totally worth it. It might be cheaper than that. It's totally worth it. Let's see if she says. Now she's added more things to it with the subscription, but you get like all access to them, and I saved that into our online. So like I would save the videos. I would send them out to my students online too, so you can do that digitally. So it's great, and there are all the little sight word videos. I'll try to show you one sometime. One of the ones that's free on YouTube, I'll try to show those. I don't want to show one for paid for versions, but I'll try to show you another one. So I printed off the sight word wall, sound wall. I printed off those. I'm working on laminating them, and I printed off my working mats, and I'm going to go get those copied on color. And so then I can go to Walmart tonight and get the folders and put those together. I'm just trying to do things that, even though it might not be necessary to get them done right this second, it's something off my list because, again, we're still kind of holding. We haven't found out our schedules, our students, which version we're going to be doing, the online teaching version or the face-to-face version. So until all of that, I just want to get things checked off my list. I'm going to start working on uploading stuff to my Google Docs today. So I have stuff online. I'm going to start building my online platform so that my students can go into it. I've got to start connecting. And even if I don't do online, it seems like at some point we may have to go to online because we have to be prepared if a school has to shut down, or here in Florida we get hurricanes, so we want to be prepared for a hurricane. So if this institute shut down because for a hurricane or whatever, students have to be out just all for a week for a reason. There's maybe close, but I want loans, so I was online. I'm going to teaching face-to-face, teaching to make sure everything I'm teaching, plus us to be teaching one-to-one. If I'm going to be face-to-face, iPad, my students are online and they're using their iPads and their art to turn just form them for a lot more aid in work start day, just to prep the next grade. All those things we're just gonna, and they plugging in, knowing how to do things needed, and paper pens. Have to remember as babies could first grade. One thing you'll is these are so much coming in. They're online. They're little because of they have had school exposure to. I want learning hit the ground last on them. So to just running with our advantage and really use it, create and wonderful. So they have online class, something just as wonderful and on our face-to-face room that is. So, all these little classrooms might not be necessary. So now I just want even off my list things might be right. So that's what I'm going to get them. I'm going to laminating, looking at our copying to more, and start back to my day. So I'll see you guys. Hi guys. Okay, so I just got done with my meeting. I have to go home, so I'm gonna have to pack it up today. I'm gonna have to finish my meetings at home because I have to go do something with one of my kids. So today's gonna be a short video, but I wanted to show you, oh, let me show you this first. I wanted to show you the sound wall. So I put the sign up, and then I've started with the short vowels, and I just have the other ones covered. They're just kind of hidden underneath the little locks. And they're just up there with sticky tack, so I'm going to test that out and see if they stay, because I don't want to put hot glue all over the board. So I may need to use like sticky clips or something, but we're going to try it with the sticky tack. I told you this is like the magical sticky tack, that blue stuff. So I only have short A done, and then I may just leave it with that and then have like the groupings up here and none of the cards, and just put the cards up as we go. So that's that. Let's see if I can get a wider angle on that. But I showed you a picture of what that hopefully will look like by the end of the year. But I went ahead and started it while I was listening to my meetings. And then I wanted to show you, oh, I finished my mats. I got them all printed. I've got the stack right there, so I'm going to go get some sleeve protectors, the things. Can't think today. I'm going to go get those this afternoon and load those at home tonight while I'm doing my other meeting. And then I was going to show you on my laptop here so that is the little sign that I've used in the past, and you can just move all of those into where you want, which ones you actually use. I'm hoping to find some of these at Target or Michael's and get a couple of those. I have my crate seats, so there'll be 4 options for those. There'll be 4 options for desks. They'll still be all spread out, but there will be 4 options for kids to sit in. And again, I don't know if I'm going to need this many, but that's the plan. I have 1 little wobble seat. I think I'm going to get 1 more, and then I think I'm going to try to get 2 balls, and then I have 2 scoop rockers. Those are what I have right now as far as students. Now, the thought did cross my mind that maybe I could use my low table back in here and use like disc seats, the rubber ones, if I can find them, and just use those with the low table and have a student be able to choose the low table. But then I would be taking away desks to do that, so I don't know. It's just a thought. But I'm going to go ahead and hold off on printing that because we didn't get any direction today as far as scheduling, so I don't want to assume that and go buy a bunch more seating and then them say, no, your students have to be in chairs for right now. So I'm going to hold off on that. I do have my Walmart list. I'm going to try to pop to Walmart. I'm going to try to get back to Michael's and see if they have the eraser caddy. And then tomorrow when I come in, I'm going to try to check in with you guys, and I have meetings again in the morning and then work tomorrow afternoon in my classroom. And then Wednesday we have like trainings that we need to listen to, but I can work in my classroom as I do that. So that's where we're at. I'm going to test that out, that sound wall, and see what that is, if that holds. And yeah, so I'm all done for today. I've got meetings this afternoon with my team, but like I said, I have to get home. I'm sorry this is such a short video, but I just wanted to check in with you guys and share that I had to get home. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you know when I post videos. I'm trying to post videos every day, every other day. So I'll see you tomorrow.